All right, welcome back here to the Hill on News Nation. Nearly a week after Election Day, the balance of power in Congress remains in play, kind of. House Republicans are getting closer to maintaining their majority and securing a trifecta here in Washington. Now, Decision Desk HQ now calling the 8th district in the state of Colorado right here. Gabe Evans, the Republican, winning with 49% of the vote. You can see there that happens to be by about 2,500 votes or so. It also means Republicans now have 217 seats in the lower chamber. There are, however, 8 more races that still need to be called. Meantime, in the U.S. Senate, there is 1 seat left to be claimed from the hotly contested state of Pennsylvania. Right now, Republicans are taking the majority with 52 seats, while Democrats have 47. DDHQ has not yet called the Pennsylvania race. According to DDHQ, 98% of Pennsylvania's Senate votes are in. The Republican candidate, David McCormick, right now with 50.3%. Look at this. What are we talking about? 40,000 votes or so, give or take. Over the incumbent, the Democrat Bob Casey. McCormick did declare victory on Friday after the Associated Press projected his win. Now he's taking legal action by challenging uncounted provisional ballots in Philadelphia. Chris Stirewalt takes you back. Let me show you. We're going to get Tranter here in a second. We're just getting him mic'd up. Let me take you, and let's go interactive here on the wall for a second and go back to Pennsylvania, because I want to show what's going on in PA. Some 40,000 votes there. This would be a big W for Republicans if they can close the deal.
So I'm transported back to 2008.
Okay.
It was Minnesota, which was a state that Republicans were competing for, Democrats were, and they had a senatorial election there, and they counted and counted and counted, and it was Norm Coleman and it was Al Franken, and they counted and counted and counted, and now I'm having flashbacks because we've got lawsuits. We have the party out of power suing to stop the count and back and forth, and wow.
They tried to cut your mic, Tranter. Nobody can cut Tranter's mic, DDHQ. How come you haven't called the race?
Because we think there's about 115,000 votes left. We think they're going to break heavily to Casey, and this race is close enough. It's still a chance he's going to win. By the way, this is the scenario we were worried about at the presidential level.
Right? Yeah, right.
And
like razor-thin margins.
Razor-thin margins, and we're talking about provisional ballots all over the state.
Okay, let me pull up the House here, because Republicans right now are 1 seat shy. 217, you need 218, 80% chance you think of at least that happening.
Oh, yeah, and I think, you know, this is the model.
You can update the graphic.
That was a confident oh yeah, wasn't it? Oh yeah.
This is a model. I'm going to add some qualitative, non-quantitative data here. I think we're going to get a pretty favorable drop for California 41 tonight for Calvert that could get us to 218. The Republican, Ken Calvert, could get us to 218. There's a couple other seats out there, Alaska, Arizona 6, a few others, but it's a pretty good chance the Republicans are going to have the House. It's just a question of how many seats.
And you think it's around 220, give or take?
220, 221.
All right. We'll leave it there with Tranter. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. And make sure you go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.